we do it every season, right? Talking about that's coming animes. I have to say I loved when I saw the anime and Joey doing his tweet about it. I did it last week. But it's kind of funny because he's kind of known for not watching anime anymore. Right? It's like a meme going on. And he did his video last week, I believe. And he wrote the wrong title. It was like fall 2020. So yeah, that's like wrong year, wrong month or whatever. The people were like, he's not even doing anime anymore. He doesn't even know what year it is. It's kind of funny. People are so lost. But anyway, no. It is called Winter. That being said, though, I think it's fair that a lot of people does confuse this certain season, right? Because it's called Winter, which is then the beginning of the year, where I think a lot of people feel the winter is right now, right, December and so on. But no, winter is the first 3 months, right? It's the spring season in a sense, right? But anyway, what we're doing here is that we do live chart, and we go down the list, right? We go down the list, and actually we can probably remove that thing on live chart. I don't need to see the live chart text up there. It's actually, let's remove that thing, might be a little better. Yeah, let's cut that away. Oh, not that much, like that. Yeah, we can like make it bigger. Nope, that didn't work. Oh, it should work. There we go. There we go. That's better. Actually, why don't I cut away the white thing too, right? Okay, let's cut that more. Let's go down. Yeah, there we go. Let's make it big, baby. There we go. Okay, so we're gonna do popularity, right? And we're going down the list from the first anime. People the most at the 4, which is Demon Slayer, and then we go down, right? And I can say immediately here that I found this season to be Attack on Titan worthy, no, but Attack on Titan, of course, is probably, actually I'm surprised that Attack on Titan isn't actually higher here on popularity than Demon Slayer. But I guess Demon Slayer has become, super worldwide phenomenon popular, I guess it's fair. So maybe I shouldn't be too surprised that Demon Slayer is actually still, I guess, more popular than Attack on Titan in this current climate, whatever we call it, right? But, and also it might be because people read Attack on Titan's ending. It also might be that they read the ending and no one liked it. I guess that's also a possibility, right? But anyway. So, I'll say it first here. Attack on Titan is what I think is gonna be interesting to watch. I mean, so I'm gonna spoil it. Don't worry, I'm gonna spoil guys. I mean, I heard the manga. It's no secret. I read the manga. Right? I've been doing manga reviews and reactions for like 4 years or 3 years, or whatever. Right, 3 years, I believe. So it's no, it's no denying that I know what's gonna happen. But I want to say immediately here that I am actually very excited to see how it's gonna end, right? And I mean, because the anime has in the past actually changed some stuff. Where they, especially in the first season, it's actually quite different in the anime and the manga. The order of an area gets the powers and so on, right, is changed, and you see the eating and stuff. It's actually quite changed. And a lot of people believe Ishiyama's gonna fix it with the anime. But, not a spoiler here, I just say one thing here. He did an extra chapter in the manga, which gonna fix it, and that made it way worse. So I'm just like, yeah, I hope he fixes it in the anime and makes it even worse. I think it would be hilarious if he somehow makes the anime even worse than the manga was. That would be so much fun, honestly, in my opinion. That being said, though, I made this theory last year, and I still think that's more reasonable, and that is that they're not gonna actually finish it in an anime. I think they're gonna do this season here, and then I think it's gonna be a movie, right, to end it, because that's the money, that's Okami, right? They make the most money by movies, and I would imagine they're gonna end the last 4 or 5 chapters as a movie. I don't know. To me, that makes a lot of sense. They're just ending it in the anime. Probably. Or maybe it's gonna be like a spin-off movie about the other kids. But whatever. Let's go down the list. But I'm just saying that would be kind of funny if they if they went for that, right? Anyway, let me just chap up there. I'm gonna start going down the list. But Titan, yeah, I was talking about it there. I think it's be interesting. But anyway, Demon Slayer, the watch thing. But I put it here anyway because Demon Slayer is like I always say that Demon Slayer it started airing this season. Currently fall, but on like 3-4 episodes before winter. So I think it airs on next Sunday, and that's probably a break, right? It's like a 4 episode this year, and it's probably a 2 episode next year. But anyway, obviously a very good anime, and I think the season here feels pretty good so far. The good wife and so on. So let's go on. One Piece, obviously. One Piece, doesn't matter. Platinum, its popularity. This has to be wrong. It's based on this. I am ordering popularity. I'm pretty sure this is by popularity. I believe so, because that's animation. It is popularity. It is really, I mean, I'm just be like, Platinum is crap, okay? Platinum is a horrible anime. I have a very hard time, this can't be popularity. I got pissed again here. Popularity again. It is right? Honestly, this isn't making any sense. How is Proton Man so high popularity? That is crazy. This anime is so bad. This anime is... Oh, sorry. That's the Titan, yeah. I was wondering, where's the Titan then? How is it more popular than Titan? How? This can't be right, man. This anime is so bad too. Holy shit, this anime is bad. And the Titan is I mean, has horrible endings or whatever, right? But this anime is worse than Titan. Trust me. And I heard people saying that the ending here is horrible for the matter too, right? People read the manga. I haven't read the manga, so the anime is horrible. But anyway, I'm watching currently, right? It is one of the worst anime this season, easily. Arguably the worst anime this season. That's how bad it is. Like it is arguably the worst anime here in the fall season. And we're gonna... I mean, I'm probably keep on reviewing it. It's so bad that it's in that category of this is so bad now that it's good category. Yeah, you keep watching it, and I say every week, like I keep watching this, I'm keep reviewing it because it's such a terrible anime that I keep reviewing it because I think, oh, it's so bad. Can it get worse? That's kind of what I feel Platinum Man is. It's such a horrible anime, seriously. I'm not gonna spoil it too much here, but basically, right. The fame of it is from the Death Note authors, right? It's from the Death Note authors, and it's like, you watch this anime, you're like, how can this be from the Death Note authors? Because this anime is, it is honestly one of the worst anime this year, easily. Arguably, again, the worst anime this season. Not the worst this year, though, because we have like Fina, and we have like other anime this year, Promised Neverland on this year. But it is definitely in the bottom of this year. And you wonder really, like, how can it be from the Death Note author? That's like my question all the time in anime. But anyway, without spoiling it too much, basically, right, it's like people, they get divine power from angels, because they're about to die, and they get like they're about to basically, you know, kill themselves, and then they get like an angel power up instead. That's basically it. And then they're gonna fight, right, in like a battle royale setting. It's incredibly similar to, of course, Mirai Nikki, Future Diary. And the main character's name is Mirai. Doesn't help much, the name is the same name. And the main character is so incredibly likable. He's a kind of like absurd pacifist, which makes no sense because he has a Harry Potter backstory basically. He hates everyone around him and so on or whatever. Yet he's like a pacifist. It doesn't make any sense. And the end of the day is that he can easily win in many fights, but he doesn't want to win because, you know, he's a pacifist. So he lets the bad guy murder I don't know. It's so stupid. And the huge issue is that with Miraniki and similar animes, right, where you kind of have a battle royale setting, and there's more than one faction. You have one bad guy, another bad guy, you know, two good guys, one good guy, so on. He is like one bad guy, Polish Salman, and everyone else is against him, right? That immediately, I think, is a huge issue with this anime. That it has the setting of a typical battle royale, but there isn't a free for all, right? It's like one faction against everyone else. Yeah, it's like a really boring setting. There's no betrayal. It's a horrible anime. Seriously, it's like one of the worst I've seen in my life in this genre. And it's unbelievable that it's from the same author as Death Note. Especially because every character is so stupid in this anime. The main character is a complete moron, especially with the bad guy. So he doesn't win because he's smart. He wins because everyone is dumb as rocks. Right? It's just a bad, horrible anime. Horrible anime. But I keep watching it because it's so bad. But I can't believe that it's like in the top here of popularity. Anyway, let's go on. So I take on Titan, on the other hand, right? That's like a really popular anime. This feels so wrong. How can this be popular there then? Is something wrong here with how they count? This can't be real. Popularity, I think Titan has to be 10 times more popular in this anime, even if people even do anime. It doesn't make any goddamn sense. But of course we're gonna watch Titan. The anime, I mean, I am honestly believing, I'm genuinely believing that the anime is gonna have a worse ending than the manga. As I mentioned earlier, I think it's gonna have a worse ending than the manga. It's gonna be an absolute shit show. That's why I'm watching it, right? Because I believe it's gonna be even worse than the manga was. And that's just my frank opinion, but I think it's gonna be even worse, yeah. But yeah, hello bro, doing the doing the list here. But honestly, I think Titan's gonna be worse, right? It's gonna be worse. It's gonna be hilariously bad, probably. It's gonna be laughing at how bad it is. I mean, Gabby's in it, right? It ended on one of the good best part with the peak scene last season. That's one of my favorites of that arc, right? But honestly, I feel I think one massive issue with this season is this whole arc, right? The whole Molly arc. Is that most of all the new characters are so dislikable. Yeah, they're also horrible. Basically, all the new characters. Especially these people that are helping them build the railroad zone. It's completely unnecessary. So much bad pacing with them. Oh my god. But anyway, let's go on. It's definitely downhill since the time skip. Let's be honest here. I guess I have to watch this anime, but it's like the worst anime in history. I mean, I'm probably gonna watch it honestly, but it's so bad. I don't know. I'm probably gonna watch it and laugh at it. So Arifurata is an isekai. It's one of the worst isekais in my life too. This season has so many bad anime. Seriously, Arifurata is an isekai where the main character puts a nail up a dragon's. It's like this anime is crazy shit. Okay, the scene where he puts the nail up her rear end is like, it's such a bad scene. But yeah, speaking, this anime is so ugly too. It's like bunny girl with oppa, that's good. But the anime is so ugly. It's like the CGI is horrible. One of the worst that year aired, or probably the worst CGI of that year, right? That says a lot, right? And there's this weird thing where they made the season 1 has the wrong order stuff, right? And they changed the order of events for no reason. And the light doesn't have the order. They just made it way worse by like changing the order of events and so on. And of course the fans are like, why did they do this, Stephen? I don't understand either. It's really unwatchable, the first 2-3 episodes. It's so like extra convoluted, unnecessary. If they had just followed the same normal order, right? And of course the main character is the most edgelord main character ever. But it's just so bad you gotta watch this. It's so bad you gotta watch it. But you have isekai trash shows, and this is like one of the absolutely worst ones. It gets good because it's so bad. But honestly, it's very unnecessary confusing. In the beginning, it's convoluted for no reason. Right? How they change the order, and for example, they skipped over how they entered the isekai world. In the light novel, I heard people say in comment last time, right? They of course have that, and you skipped over that one. They skipped over the introduction of the world, so on. It's very unnecessary. And I'm not gonna watch Boruto. I'm gonna watch Boruto. Boruto took narrative was worse. Like I get man. But anyway, this is another anime that I'm probably gonna drop. Right? I'm probably gonna watch it personally. Maybe I will review it when it's over. This is not isekai. Is it better than Arifurata? Honestly, maybe not even better than Arifurata though. I mean, I reacted to review it last season. It's pretty boring, honestly. Realist hero. It's pretty boring. Like, it's not the worst isekai ever. He's like the smart isekai main character, right? And does economy and so on. But it's pretty boring. It's not that good. And I played all these JRPGs, like Suikoden and so on, that are very similar setting. You're kind of the king trying to lead an army and an economy and so on. But it's just like, this anime does that and does it pretty poorly. Like, I've seen it done much, much better, right? In especially video games. With the same setting, basically. And I think an issue here is that this anime probably was a lot better as an actual novel, right? You know, this is based on. Because a lot of like, now it's war over here, here's the data, this country makes it so much wool or whatever, yeah. It's a lot of like info dumps, right? This probably was much better in the text form. It's a better book form, or for that better than a JRPG, a lot of text, right? More than an actual anime. Because you don't feel they're really building up the world very good and so on. And then for example, Aisha, hot elf wife and so on, but yeah, she's like, I want to be your slave because you have me say 1-3, right? So I find that the female in this anime is very weak. Very, very weak female characters. But yeah, World End is back this season, but later, of course. It's probably coming soon, I think. And it is. Perfect timing here, yeah. Sono Horror, exactly. World's End Horror. That's coming. That I'm definitely going to watch though. Episode 1 has already aired, right? I did a review of that last season. So this is probably for episode 1 still though. Episode 2 is coming, I guess, in like 3 weeks then. Roughly. This is like a classic anime, no, but the setting is very hentai, right? Basically, the main character is put in a coma or some sickness, doesn't really matter. Right? He's put in a coma, and when he wakes up, right, they can heal him or whatever. But then every other man is dead, right? So yeah, I watched episode 1. It's a really nice episode 1, right? Basically, he's just the only man alive, right? And every other, it's like 4 or 5 men. Yeah, it's like him and like 4 other guys, right? So it's like 5 men, 50 billion ladies, right? Yeah, like the ridiculous amount of female in the future, and this main character, right? So he has to smash a lot, right? And episode 1, they did show the oppa and so on. Yeah, episode 1 was like, it wasn't like any actual scenes, right? But they actually didn't censor some scenes. So it is basically almost borderline hentai. Yeah, it's like very ecchi. But it was like this in episode 1 though. What the issue I have with episode 1, honestly, was, of course, the spirited main character. The main character goes out there in the village, right? He's the only man in the country, and the ladies should have just attacked him earlier. Yeah, it was kind of silly how they didn't react to it. It's like seeing one man and so on. And also, they didn't understand that it was dangerous going out there. So, of course, it's a very stupid main character, so it's a horror anime. But it's fine. Also, my ranking is the best anime season. Yeah. So this is probably the best anime next season. Like, straight up, right? this is like the best anime next season. Very, very likely so. It is the best anime this season, except of course Mutenchi. And it's a fantastic anime. So if you haven't seen it, it's hard to explain without spoiling it. But the anime is so interesting because it takes this like, yes, this visual appeal of like a typical Disney kind of old school fairy tale, Grimm story, whatever, right? But it's a lot of twists and turns and so on, very interesting. And it's an anime that's also very cool because it's very hard to understand what's happening in a good way. You're always like, why was Satan pointing at the main character for? It's just a weird anime where you're like the main character meets basically Satan, right, whatever, and Satan points to him, and then it flies away or something. You're like, why did Satan do that for? I don't understand. So yeah, it's so much like mystery, and you can easily watch an episode like 4 or 5 times without, we put the news around, yeah. And it's a really great like underdog storyline. The main character is deaf and mute, and is very weak, right? And he has to like overcome his weakness and so on, and become strong. And everyone, of course, is bullying him and so on, right? So it's a really good moment in that sense. But I think primarily the anime is super because it has this wholesome moments, like with his mom and so on, right? He's a kid, right? And then at the same time, it's like a horrible, gruesome moment at the same time. So the anime is like in a very cool mixture of like half the episode can be like very wholesome, and the other half is like a horror anime, yeah. So it's a very weird anime. You never know what you're gonna get, right? You never know what to get in an episode. It's an incredible anime, truly. It's like easily the best anime I think next season, honestly. Like without any doubt, probably. It might be. Yeah, Bleach is back next year, but it's very low for the Bleach though. People are overhyping Bleach. I read the manga, man. Bleach is just the last Bleach chapters are Bleach. You know, it's gonna be like power twist every chapter. Whatever. Yeah, Shaman King has been going for years or whatever. Isn't this already over? Yeah, you know, that's like binge, right? Yeah, they just did all episodes, right? Or whatever. This is kind of wrong then, because isn't that this season then? Why is it here in the winter? This already aired this year, right? It's not aired next year, so they finished. Whatever, doesn't matter. I'm just saying that's in the wrong place, right? So here we go, the typical fantasy anime. Underdog. So now we're coming into kind of the generic, Shikumen no Seiko Kenya. Kenya, wise man, the wise man's not grandchild, but the wise man, the weak crest guy. I don't know. This feels like one of those things for me, which are the basic premise here is that the main character, right, has a bad crest, and Armin is also behind him there. But yeah, so they have bad crests, right, and then typical fantasy setting where I got the worst class, and then of course he's gonna overcome that, right? He's gonna have the weakest class, or the weakest crest, and he's gonna overcome that, right? He's gonna be creative and be the strongest. I don't know. I found this kind of setting to be incredibly overused right now, right? Because we all know it that when the main character gets a weak crest or a weak class or a weak specialty, or whatever, right, we know that they're gonna somehow be creative with it and it's actually be the best class, right? If you just combine in the right way or whatever. Like almost always do they manage to overcome that pretty quickly too, right? Like 2 episodes and overcome the thing. So that is kind of anime, right? The main character is gonna start being very weak and it's gonna overcome it and become OP, right? Extremely like so. I mean, I haven't read the whole thing, but that's basically the premise. It's gonna overcome his weakness pretty quickly and instead become the best guy ever, Typical isekai generic fantasy, honestly. Like we've been there, done that, right? This is like a movie or something, I believe. Special episode, whatever. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's like only one episode, whatever. It's like a movie in here. Anyway, here comes the best shit though. This is the best anime this year. This is the best anime except of course Osama ranking. But for the new animes, this is the best anime ever. My Dress Up Doll. This is godlike Gairu. I mean, I promise you guys, I made a thumbnail putting up this amazing badass woman here. So, My Dress Up Doll, or Sono Bisque Doll by Suru, is about the main character. He's like, he's like a good tailor, right? He makes dolls, figures and so on. He's a good guy with the machine, right? And then he has this super hot girl in his class, right? He's not the first one. But he got this super hot, attractive guy in his class. And she's a hentai, okay? This woman, that's one of the best parts. This woman loves hentai. She's a hentai and she loves hentai. And I'm not making a joke here. This woman, she wants to cosplay as hentai characters. That is the thing, right? She is like, I wanna be this like sex slave, and like she's a really, really, really crazy guy, bro. And of course she needs him, right, to make her like sexy outfits. she needs him to be like, she's like, oh, I need my own, tailor guy, right, to give me sexy outfits, right? Like I can't buy these like super revealing outfits with these, black dresses and the pantsuit and so on, right? Yeah. So she's gonna have to go to him, right, and then basically hire him to, become her like personal cosplay creator, right? And then they're gonna go to events and so on, and and obviously fall in love. It's almost like rom-com, right? And she's super, into him, right? And he's gonna be all like, oh, no one ever likes me. She's super nice and so on. But it's a super fun anime. She's a complete hentai, so it's hilarious. And she's gonna make him play her hentai games and so on. It's like, yeah, she's super aggressive. She's gonna make him play her games. He's like, oh, this is my favorite game, Bible Black, best thing like that, yeah. And he's like, oh my god, this woman is crazy. And of course, she's incredibly attractive with the oppa and so on, right? Yeah. But it is a really good rom-com and really, wholesome moments and so on. She's gonna, make him into her band, it's really, really fun. And they're gonna have dating and so on, of course. Of course they are. But it's really, this is the best girl, yeah. She's a super fun, super, crazy, super crazy woman, right? Come on, that's what we need, baby. But honestly, again, this is like probably my favorite new anime next year. This is what I really wait for, right? Nothing else really matters to me. Nothing really matters. Then we have, a bunch of other fantasies. There's so many fantasies. I mean, I know they love in Japan. Holy shit, there's so many isekais or just straight up fantasies. So Tensai, Tensai means genius. Tensai Odi no Akaya Koka Sesai Jutsu. So Tensai means genius, Odi is prince. So genius prince with, he's being a genius. Genius prince. Another anime about a guy that is like gonna fix his kingdom with economy, kinda, right? It's honestly kind of similar to the anime we talked about earlier, right? Reality, right? It's kind of similar, where I'm the main character, I gotta rule my kingdom, my Fire Emblem kingdom, whatever, right? TJRPG storyline, I gotta fix that stuff, right? And it's more about how do I make money and so on. And I'm a smart guy though, so yeah, I mean, I want to like animes. Maybe it's gonna be good, right? I want to like anime. Real Hero again, I felt it was too boring and way too slow and so on. But this kind of genre, I kind of like this genre. I do want to like it, right? For example, I do really love, of course, Evil Economic Hero. Right? And I said it last season. So last season we had then again, Real Hero, but we also had Mako Black Kingdom, right? Which is like a bad guy, basically. The main character is pretty bad, right? Being an economic indicator. That anime was fantastic, right? Because you're following a capitalist guy doing everything to maximize profit in a bad way, in like a cheap way, right? That was really fun and good. Real Hero, he was too, honest, right? It was just boring, yeah. Like, this anime feels like maybe a mixture. This guy's like a lazy economic guy, so maybe it's gonna be a mixture of Mako and Real Hero. A little more douchebag. Definitely watching more of Vanitas. Hot vampires, Jean, kissing Jean and so on. Yeah, it was last season, right? It's about a guy trying to purify vampires, not killing them, but like helping them from the curse. The charlatan's curse, right? And they turn into these like crazy monster vampires, and human and vampires are living together and so on. But they do have this vampire parallel universe though, and it's a lot of like etchy kissing. Yeah, this anime I think mostly I'm there for the Jean's kisses, right? Yeah, Vanita kissing Jean, that's what I'm here for. But they have some fun rom-com and so on, and a lot of yaoi between the two. I mean, certainly it's a lot of like hot vampire boys and very yaoi, right? But it's a pretty good anime. This anime though, I'm definitely watching. This is I think will be one of the highlights this season. Kenya no Deshino, the grandson's disciple or grandson's daughter or whatever. This anime is gender bender, and this is one of the nice kind of gender bender, right? So it's about the main girl, but it actually is a boy then, right? So it's an isekai, but it's actually isekai. I'm stuck in the MMORPG, right? Kind of like all or whatever. So the main character is like a super veteran, old man, kind of sage, character, right, in his game world. And then he wakes up like 30 years later, I guess, in the game world, and he's stuck in his game world. So what happened is probably the outside world is a story, whatever. Right? Yeah. So it's probably like he died when he was playing the game, right? Maybe someone blew up the plan, whatever. But he's stuck in the game, world, doesn't matter much. But for whatever reason, he's like in an older avatar, right? So he's been stuck in a cute girl outfit. So instead, it's turned into like a little cute kawaii girl instead. Yeah, he's basically became like a sexy little girl, right? A little Tanya of it, yeah, a little Tanya. And hello, Mr. Japanese person. Let me throw out the Tanya image. Well, not Tanya, but There's 2 animators. Here it is. So here it is, yeah. So he turned into a cute little girl, right? So he's like an old man, but then when he's stuck in the game world, he instead is reborn as a cute little kawaii girl, and he's like, oh no! Then he pretends to be the grandkid of himself, right? With the same powers. And he's gonna go around, and stuck in the fantasy world, yeah. But it's a little cute kawaii girl instead. So I think it's gonna be probably a cool anime, man. I'm gonna follow this little kawaii man, right? Kind of like Tanya, but not evil, I guess. Yeah, a little cute girl, but not trying to kill everyone. Tanya, but a nice person. This anime you can talk about on YouTube, you ignore it. This is one of these, I like these like teasing animes, right? But in my opinion, this is the weakest. Takagi-san, this in my opinion is the weakest of the Nagatoro, Usagi, and so on. But yeah, thank you, man. But now instead of reaction, talking about next anime. Yeah, now we're talking about the next anime season to react to and review and so on. But I don't know. I mean, I think it's a pretty good show. But obviously, I have my Usagi mousepad and so on. Right? Yeah, I feel Usagi and Nagatoro and so on are all better. This for me is like, I think the reason is that the Karaka Yosono Takagi-san is weaker is because she plays it too safe. I think this anime they play it too safe. Where I like that, Nagatoro plays it too not safe, right? Usagi is kind of middly. I think this anime plays it too safe. So in my opinion, it's like, it's an okay anime, but I definitely prefer basically all the other Usagi, kind of Kohai, flirting and so on. But yeah, thanks, man. We're going into the next fantasy anime. Yeah, what will we react to next season, right? Yet another, it's a lot of fantasies. This has so many fantasies. Ledale no Daichi Nite. This is one of those animes, I always say this, right? But this is another anime where the main character is, it's also stuck in an MMORPG, right? Or more or less, right? Yeah. It's very common, right? That it doesn't matter that much, right? But in my opinion, just from a general standpoint, I prefer it when the main character is isekai. They don't have to die to be isekai, but I prefer if they, get isekai, right? But there's another anime where the main character is like, oh, you're in a coma, but then instead you're stuck in this game world, right? Yeah, so they're basically in an isekai, but it's like in a video game. But it could have been isekai, doesn't matter so much, but yeah, also rankings are really good anime though. It's the best anime, though. But also rankings is just a good anime. I'm looking forward to the most probably. Here we go, one of the more more shonen animes. One of the few shonen animes, right? Next season being stacked, I don't know. Next season, in my opinion, there's a lot of fantasies. I think we have too few of these animes though. Like Orient here, where it's like they're fighting demons. So I know we're Demon Slayer, but it doesn't feel very shonen. I don't know. Next season, it's a lot of fantasies. Take Titan, some stuff, right? This is coming more into the. This is one of those like you was Roman stuff, yeah, for girls. Maybe, yeah. Close your eye, a little more grown up show, right? You're gonna have more. There it is. Yeah, this is what I'm ready for. This is not the one I had to watch, guys. This is for me, This is the kind of anime I have to watch, right? Fantasy Bishon or Yukio Osha-san. This is what I'm waiting for. I'm like, where's my anime I watch, right? So this is another anime about gender bender. This is also isekai. They get stuck in another world and so on, right? A sexy goddess sends them more to another world, and one of them becomes a cute, sexy girl, right? This is what you need to watch, guys. This is the anime I need to watch. This is like more gender bender, yeah. Cute girls, cute girl, some love romance between two guys. One of them is a girl and so on. I need the hen storylines. Die after watching. I say it every time, right? I'm not reacting to Die or reviewing it, but this is like a really good show, honestly. Die, I say it every time. This is a really good show, guys. I've been watching it every episode, every week. I love this show. I'm not reacting to it, whatever, right? But I really love Dragon Quest Die. Of course, I have played all the Dragon Quest games, though. So I very much know all the monsters and so on. But it's like a really, really nice, classic kind of shonen show, right? Obviously, it feels very Dragon Ball, because it's based on Akira Toriyama's art style. He hasn't written it, but it's obviously based on his old art style. Right? He's the one behind Dragon Quest art, right? And it feels similar to Dragon Ball, of course, the general storyline. But I don't know, it's a really good anime. And one thing I like in the anime is that the bad guys, Hadlar and so on, and also, of course, the next bad guys, they are pretty competent, yeah. The bad guys are actually they don't really lose by plot armor, even though kinda Dinosaur has a lot of plot protection, but not in the same way. The bad guys are doing their best, I feel, which I like in this anime. But anyway, let's go on. This is yet another anime. I think I'm probably gonna like it. Kadi Kasumi Buruto. It's a very, it's a very, this is like a very monster girl anime. Research monster human anime. This is one of those shows that I'm probably gonna love, I'm also saying it's gonna be a good show. This is probably Kadi and, it's like a monster girl show, yeah. This is probably like an amazing show. In the sense that it's gonna change my life, right? It's gonna change my worldview. But I feel it's gonna be a great anime. In the sense that if you want to see sexy monster girls with, comedy and like cat girls with oppai and so on, this is one of those shows you watch for the oppai monster girls, right? Yeah, it's gonna be a show that is like, it's pretty brain dead, right? It's gonna be cute, sexy girls, and I definitely gonna watch it. Come on, it's like battle between sexy, most a lot of monster girls. Come on, this is pretty trashy, but for the trash. This I haven't seen before. Just yesterday. Okay, I don't know. Let's read it then. This I haven't read before. What is it about? Sabikoi Bisque. His powerful bow wishes to save future Japan. Okay, so this I was to watch yesterday. Rust of the way. The rust we threaten to up humanity. The whole world is now a desert. So I guess it's like Japan stood in a desert. Bisque Akaboshi, interesting name. Is this bow and a special mushroom as a mushroom protector? What? See, this is all. Sorry, this wasn't here before, so I haven't seen it before. Noble thief causes chaos across Japan. Okay, so his master. We need a mushroom rust eater. This sounds really crazy. Like, I'm just like, what's happening? I mean, I'm just like, I don't know what it's about because I haven't seen it before. I'm trying to understand the synapse. We obviously have to give it a chance. So okay, this is interesting. I guess it's like a destroyed desert world. Sounds like Needless in a way, if you ever seen Needless, where it's also like the new Japan, right? And everyone's living in like desert Japan. This is a future, right? So this guy's gonna try to save his master by finding a mushroom to heal him. Honestly, this is, usually of course I read up before or watch the trailer or whatever, right? But this anime, I haven't seen it before, so I'm just like, okay. But it's not pretty interesting. It's very low in popularity, but it's not pretty interesting. So kind of like, I'm a pretty big fan of the dystopian world and so on, kind of zombie worlds or whatever, right? It's a definitely interesting anime. This is one of these like typical pretty boy historical animes. Faces have, Bara no Soretsu. I mean, look at it. This is like Bishonen, Shoujo, two cute men. I don't know. So it's about. It's basically about what's called War of the Roses, if you ever read your English history. So, War of the Roses is between the House of York and the House of Lancaster when they are fighting, right? That's why they call it the Rose War, because it's a white rose and a red rose. And this is, of course, in England, in 5th century England. And they have this war, right? And then in the end, they kind of combine these roses. That's the war, and that's the Tudor rose, so the white and the red rose. So especially Henry Tudor, that is like the most famous Tudor, and his daughter Elizabeth is Elizabeth the First, right? So this is a historical anime about the War of the Roses, if I said correctly, House of York versus House of Lancaster, so on, right? But seems to be kind of a pretty boy anime, pretty boy House of Roses War, Wish I Return, and that kind of stuff, right? But it's mostly about the English kings and so on, maybe. And this is of course an ongoing anime, and here's another. And these are all these animes. Those Frontline, I mean, it sounds pretty cute, like Oppa is cute girl and so on. These kind of animes though, I always feel I'm very iffy about. Why? Because they're based on a game, right? So this anime is up here. This is based on a game, and I find almost every anime based on a game to be pretty bad. Not always, but I say it every time we do these seasonal guides, right? An anime based on a game, it's not actually. It used to be that you made something like Disgaea, right? And then 1 or 2 years later, you made a Disgaea anime because the game sold really well. Maybe you made a second or third game out. You want to promote that, it's like, we can make a cheap anime and it can be pretty fun, right? But these days, it's more like a mass multi-production thing. So you make a video game or like a mobile game, right? And then you also make an anime at the same time. Like we saw this is some animes, and then you try to promote that video game, right? Because you make so much money in those mobile games with this anime. And I feel those animes, like this anime here, is mostly one of these like, okay, we make a game and let's try to like promote the game kind of with the anime, right? It's not like we made a game 5 years ago, that game was really good, let's make an anime. For example, Final Fantasy is gonna have some anime coming soon, I hear, right? Next year in some season, right? That's kind of where like Final Fantasy, very well established game, right? Has a lot of animes moves already, right? Yeah, that's kind of like we can make an anime that people are gonna watch with Final Fantasy, right? This is the case where we make the anime to hopefully sell the game, right? So that's like a very different storyline, and yeah, I don't know, guys. It's gonna be, maybe it's good, right? But I feel like yeah. I feel they're always kind of lacking. It's like Takt OP this season, right? It's like very beautiful, but the storyline is like, where's the storyline in a game, maybe? I feel like I just ignore it for now, and this is very, very Yuri. Aki-chan, Sailor Fuku, yeah, Sailor outfits. Look at this thing. It's so Yuri. Wholesome Yuri Academy. Schoolgirls for 2, yeah. We're gonna make friendship, and friendship is magic. It's like 2 cute girls trying to make friends at school. It's not Yuri, but come on, this is like School of Life and pretty Yuri. Like 2 cute girls trying to make more girlfriends because it's only girls in school, right? Pokemon, of course, going forever, Conan, and so on. It's in the bottom now. Yeah, this is also one of these cute girls done something. So this is one of these. This is another fishing anime, right? Yeah, Slow Life. So we had it last year, right? Yeah, because it was the day by Corona. Yeah, last year we had girls gone fishing, cute girls gone fishing. This is also cute girls gone fishing. It's the second anime about cute girls fishing, right? And like that cute girl gone fishing in the first season, it was pretty fine, but it wasn't like an amazing anime. We were like, yeah, it was pretty funny. It was not like non-Biara, it was pretty funny, but yeah, definitely another cute. This anime, I probably will watch it. I don't know if I will react to it ever, but I probably watch it, it personally, and it's probably fine. It's like cute girl going fishing. It's like, yeah, they're gonna fish and cook together. It's gonna be cute. It's gonna be kawaii, and not more than that. It's gonna be one of these relaxed shows. You watch it, it's kind of funny, yeah. Probably. Probably. Then another game. Whatever. I'm talking about game animes. I'm gonna go on there. And here goes the typical yaoi anime, the classic, yaoi anime they have every season, right? So every season, more or less, they have a Shonen Ai show. Shonen Ai is like they're not actually doing it, right? They're actually gonna have an actual scene. But this is the Aquatop as yaoi. This is like 2 cute boys basically being in love, but not really, but kinda, because it's not yaoi, right? It's like yaoi teasing, right? Yeah. I don't know. I find these kind of shows, these manga so on, to be honestly kinda because I rather have them straight up yaoi, or at least be like, I didn't see the actual scenes, right? But I find that, yeah, I don't know. Honestly, I feel there's so much. If you want to read like yaoi, it's so much yaoi, right? There's so much well written yaoi that I feel there is not much need. I feel for these shows that are like teasing, that they're not really going into the details. Yeah, I don't know. It's probably one of the most popular mangas to do, right? Hangakas, yeah, like boy on boy yaoi, yeah, boy you love. So it feels kind of weird to me to have these manga animes where it's like it's basically yaoi, but they don't actually go anywhere with it. But it might be a good show, but I don't know. I'm a little iffy on those shows. These shows sound pretty fun. It's my own Madhouse, classic company, right? It sounds kind of a Kaji thing too as well there. Like cute police girl is gonna quit her job, and then she gets a new manager, like a new police chief or whatever, right? That is like also really cute and badass. And then she's like, oh, if she can become a police chief as a woman, I can be it too, right? Then she stays at her job, right? Trying to become the best police woman ever. It's obviously like a comedy work. It's obviously like a, we're joking about work and so on. It's obviously like one of these slice of life, work jokes, right? But I personally love the shows, right? I mean, I loved Onishan, right? What's called again in the full name? I was called again. Life with Onisha, where he makes them give them kids with life, right? Yeah, you know what I mean? Life with Onisha. What's it called in Japanese? What is the word for it? Oh, whatever. The anime basically where he's working at this kid show, right? and he hates life, right? That show was awesome. That was really fun. That was hilarious. And for example, this is the Madhouse, Tonigawa. I love Tonigawa, one of my favorite animes. Tonigawa Middle Manager, one of my absolute favorite animes of all time. Incredibly good comedy, and also of course Kadi and so on. So this sounds a lot like Tonigawa, right? But there are cops instead of Yakuza, and it's done by the same company, Madhouse. So I think personally, this could be a really good anime. At least for my, because I'm an old man, right? So I kind of like this, like they're joking about work and so on. Yeah, horrible boss and so on. Yeah, I don't know. When we get to my age, you mean an old man like me, right? You start to really enjoy these, like The Office or whatever. Yeah, that's when The Office is popular and Paul you start to really enjoy this, like, oh, that's the company idiot and so on. You start to kind of enjoy those, office jokes companies. But yeah, also I'm gonna react to Spy X Family, it's one of the most popular ads ever, right? And so on. But that's not. Was that Spy X Family is like next season, right? After this thing, I believe, or it's not in winter, right? It's like in spring or summer. And this is like Fusal Boys, and this is so Fusal. If I answer correctly, right? That's not soccer, but it's basically soccer, right? Fusal. It's kind of like when you play soccer as. You used to play that as a kid, right? Isn't Fusal when you kind of play soccer in with you can shoot on the bench or so on. Like you can I'll say it. You can like use the angles. You can hit on the side and so on, right? It's like a smaller field, right? Similar. It's like soccer with added walls, right, or something. I guess it's like soccer with more rules and smaller field. Isn't that what Fusal is? It's not actually. It could actually be interesting. Isn't that Fusal? Yeah, it's like mini football. That's what they call it here in Google. Mini football. That's what I'm adding. It's like soccer with. It's like soccer with more rules, right? Basically, soccer with a tinier field and yeah, exactly. You play with kid, right? Futsal. I mean, maybe it could be a good anime. It's a mixed media project though, so probably not because we're doing it. But I like soccer as a sport. I played a lot, right? Football. Honestly, I could see it becoming bigger and bigger. Honestly, right? Because it's quicker. Personally, I mean, I've played soccer in my life, right? A lot as a kid, but I don't really enjoy watching it, right? Not that much. It's not horrible, but it's not really my thing. But I can almost see myself rather watching a futsal tournament than a soccer tournament. Because obviously it's way faster, because of the tinier field. So it's way more, it's more like volleyball or whatever. Yeah, it's more quicker, right? It's quicker, faster. It's more back and forth, right? Probably a lot more goals. I have never seen a football tournament, but I would assume there's a lot more goals being done, right? So to speak. It's harder being a goalkeeper, right? Because it's so much more faster, aggressive game, right? But honestly, as an anime, yeah, like why not, right? It's a soccer animes, and I think this could definitely be done. Yeah, I did react to the Final Vampire. It's not out yet because I had to edit the episode. It's out after this thing. I had to re-edit the video, so it's actually probably finished now. But I had to wait for YouTube to finish the stuff there. But it's probably actually open now. I just haven't published it. But yeah, so Vampire's going to be out after this thing. I have to see that YouTube has done it correctly, the actual processing. But anyway, Vampire, Demons, Older Ladies and so on, yeah. Psycho Reload Serion. This is maybe, I mean, we need more shonen mangas, but we need shonen mangas. But anyway, I'm going to quickly down here, I have too much time here. New anime for show works. I don't know, man. Talk 24. I think we're in the bottom now, guys. I'm gonna wrap it up here, honestly. Yeah, I'm like, I think we're in the bottom now where I don't care anymore, honestly. I'm just like, oh my god, this is all the animes that no one's gonna watch anime. Yeah, Digimon, another badminton. Yeah, I've seen Hanabado. That was horrible. Another, yeah, we wanna be voice actors again. Another mixed media project that is horrible CGI, I guess. It's like really bad CGI image, right? So, okay, this actually I'm probably gonna watch, honestly. Why is it in the bottom? No one cares about this poor anime. This is like cute girls play golf. Come on. Yeah, we're in the bottom now, guys. This is like the least popular animes. But this is like Soria Utility. This is like cute, sexy girls plays golf. Come on. This could be a thing. I'm gonna watch the list. Let's watch it and for myself at least. Yeah, come on. Like cute girls play golf. Cute girls can do anything. It always works. Oh, it's coming in soon, man. 10 days, probably. during Christmas there. What's that? 10 days from now? It's like next Saturday. Maybe not that date, it's like New Year's Eve or whatever. Horrible air date, like New Year's Eve or something. But anyway, I will try to watch this thing. Yeah, New Year's Eve, probably watch it. Yeah, 31 December. Yeah, it's coming freaking. Why is it coming New Year's Eve? Really weird air date. Seriously, what can I do? Really weird air date, I feel. Yeah, New Year's Eve. Maybe I watch it then on New Year's Eve, but it's only like one short, so 10 minutes probably. So I probably can watch it honestly. But yeah, Vanita's gonna be really good there. Second season, it's gonna be nice. And then we have, some other cute girl play music and, Kodomo shows, right? I think we're down there, so I'm scrolling fast enough. I think we're done now to, we're done the animes I care about, honestly, right? I know in the end there we used to have like the Kodomo shows. Let's go quickly, guys. I'm gonna look at the movies. Is there any good movies next season, guys? Of course, it's Kaisen. Wait, 2 days from now? What? I did not know that. So they're here? What? Are like news on Christmas? Obviously I knew that we were having, yeah, sorry for the weird screen, yeah. Zoom in a bit. Obviously I know that we have Jujutsu Kaisen coming, but it's coming like it's coming like Christmas Eve or day or whatever, almost. Okay, a really bad time for it to come? Or maybe it's a good time. I'm thinking about it. Maybe in Japan it's a great. Maybe it is because a lot of people are. I guess a lot of people have. I guess a lot of people are free. Yeah, but I don't know. In my opinion, usually on Christmas, in my experience, Christmas, it's almost like family coming over and so on. I usually feel I have less time during Christmas, right? Because there's so much to do otherwise. But I guess they're dropping it basically at Christmas Day or something. So it's gonna be like. It's probably gonna be full theater show, of course. People being off work and so on, I guess. That's true. But see, I didn't know that was coming this early. So obviously I know it's because a movie coming. I see the trailer. But I'm the kind of guy that I avoid watching trailers. Right? I understand people doing this. I think people doing trailer reaction because they want the views right. But personally, I always avoid watching trailers and so on because I'm always trying not to get spoiled. Right? So I haven't seen the trailers. I always avoid spoilers that way. Same with video games. If I have a movie or a game I want to see, I don't want to watch the trailers, right? Because I don't want to get spoiled. So, okay. But I understand why there's so many trailers coming last week, whatever. Movies are coming soon. I did not know that. I didn't know the movie was coming this soon. Yeah, it kind of took me for a loop there. I thought the movie was coming next year, someday. But okay, obviously it's a really good movie. Most likely so. For MAPPA. And then of course, My Academia. That movie's already aired though. That's a DVD. Fate movies, whatever. Fruit Basket has a movie. That's really exciting. Yeah, that's gonna be honestly. I look forward to that much more. I look forward to this a lot more than I look forward to. It's kind of right. Yeah, the Fruit Basket movie. This is gonna be one of those really tear-jerky movies, guys. Fruit Basket, one of the best animes ever, right? One of the best animes ever. This is gonna be really tear-jerky. I have to definitely watch this movie, but it's coming like next year, yeah, February. It's gonna be, of course, about the best mom, Kyoko and so on. It's a little sad though, but sad not on the sad ending, but I mean sad on that. You obviously know how it's gonna end, right? I don't want to spoil it to you guys, but you obviously know what's gonna happen to a parent and so on. So I don't know. This is gonna be probably an amazing movie, but at the same time though, we cannot know exactly how it's gonna end, right? I mean, at the grand spectrum, I have seen all the episodes of the anime. Yeah, I mean, I know how it's gonna end here. So, in that sense, of the movie is a little bit like it's gonna be really sad and romance, whatever. And then but I know it's gonna end. I already seen the ending of it. So because they had a flashback that I lost, right? It's a little bit, and then it's a Ghibli-looking movie from my idea. Huh. Oh, I see it's the Fina art style. That's why I recognize it. Oh, yeah, it's a Fina art style. Production H+. Personality. Interesting. Shonen Shoujo. I don't know. No other movies I really see that I really care about. Oh, nothing else that I really care about. I don't know. But correct me if I'm wrong, but those are the movies, right? Yeah. Jujutsu Kaisen, Fruit Basket. That's the two I care about the least. I can see anything else. And OVAs we have a little more of Dragon Maid. Yeah, 2 different Dragon Maid OVAs coming. So that's nice. Because they did announce they're gonna have a Dragon Maid, some kind of Christmas Dragon Maid thing, or maybe New Year's Eve Dragon Maid. So that's nice. Another My Academia OVA. Hawk movie, eh? With academia, interesting. Yeah, let's go. Quick check, you guys. If there's anything else. Not many OVAs I could see. Usually get some extra OVAs, right? I guess Dragon Maid's OVA I went for. Man, yes, it kind of concludes, I feel this season, right? So, just to kind of wrap it up, right? I like to wrap up the ending again, right? Kind of summarizing what I think is my, big stuff, right? Obviously, Take on Titan, which I read the manga, right? So I know it's gonna end, and I really hope the ending's gonna be even worse. No, but I'm just like, man, I'm waiting like I'm a little kid on Christmas Eve, right? I'm waiting to see what's gonna happen, right? Because usually when a manga or an anime or whatever, right, ends, and if I think this is bad, right? Like if I personally, this doesn't make sense. Usually I get backlash. How can you hate this ending or whatever, right? Because I'm just like, but it wasn't that good, right? And of course I used to have the argument on my side, right? People care about it. The fan base is like rabid, right, so to speak. They're not spoiling Titan here. Not spoiling it, right? But this ending in Titan was hated by almost everyone. Yeah, and that's what's interesting, honestly, because I have very rarely have I seen a fan base to turn so hard on the author, right? Because again, if example, let's say that. I don't know. Let's say Naruto. Okay, let's say I was like, oh, Naruto sucked or whatever, right? Then I would be attacked by a million people, right? I would be attacked by so many people saying that how can you say Naruto sucked in the ending or something? Even though I think I agree with the end of it was pretty bad. But anyway, it's another video. But I don't think Naruto ended poorly. But I think that it was definitely the last arc is very questionable. But I think people agree with that. But of course, I think the Titan on the hand read. Again, it means like it's not a really spoiler center, but yeah, people really decided. People were so angry at Ishiyama. And again, right, most fans are still anime only. So I'm honestly, again, Attack on Titan is my number one to watch. Because I want to see how people, honestly, I want to see how people react. I want to see how people are going to like, burn down their panels. I want to see how people are going to take it, right, in anime. Of course, some people are going to be like, it's the best thing ever. Some are gonna be completely in denial, right? Some are gonna actually they like it, and some are probably really gonna hate it, right? And again, as I mentioned in the beginning of the video, I do feel that with the track record they have with Attack on Titan, they love to re-say stuff in the opening or in anime, in the anime, like in the opening in the anime. So I'm honestly expecting. I said again, I'm expecting the anime to make it somewhat worse. Like honestly, right? I'm expecting the anime to be like, well. Okay, people hated that birthing. Let's do a whale instead. Yeah, I'm expecting the anime like the opening with the beast type, the running with all the whale and so on. I'm expecting that shit. I'm expecting the anime to go even crazier in the ending and be like, what is it? They're going to space now. Yeah, they're gonna go the Darling in the France ending when turn into like a mecha waifu in the space or something. I don't know what's gonna happen, guys, but I'm honestly expecting the anime to go even crazier, right? And again, I'm not spoiling. I'm saying it's gonna go crazier. And so that's also what I think. I think the anime is gonna make it even weirder, and that's gonna be like into the watch, right? Or potentially the anime is gonna be amazing because maybe they're gonna fill in all those plot holes or whatever, right? All those filler holes that wasn't really filled up in the manga. Maybe the anime is actually gonna add to those scenes, right? The path thing, so maybe we're gonna explain that or an email or so in a much better way in the anime. I really doubt that. But it could happen. Attack on Titan, that's my number one, honestly, again, to see the shit show or how it can turn around. Right? Otherwise, yeah, of course, Demon Slayer, basically, it's right. Arifurata, I have to watch to laugh at it because it's the worst thing ever. Also, my ranking, that's the best anime next season, probably. Horror, yeah, that's a good anime. It's for, one guy, million waifus. Definitely these two gender bender animes. If I watch right, cute little girl times 2. Yeah, I mean, I have to watch these kind of animes, right? With, sexy little girls, right? Yeah, gotta watch that one. And of course, I mentioned Doldo. But I think, as I mentioned earlier, right, this is like my number one. I watched many thumbnail, right? From the new animes, is definitely Doll. This anime is fantastic. I say it again as I end here. This anime is really fantastic. I mean, it is really fantastic. Right? This anime is amazing. Like I read the manga, so here, of course, I know what's gonna happen. Right? This anime is. I'll say it again, guys. This is one of my absolute favorite best shows of all time, right? I read most of these, dating rom-com shows, right? And I've seen them. And this girl, the main girl here, she's amazing, okay? So, I'll say it here again, this I think is gonna be the best rom-com next year, and she's probably the best girl of the whole next year, right? She's easily the best girl of next season, and probably the best girl of the whole year. An amazing, crazy, awesome, best girl kind of girlfriend experience, and she's really funny because she's a hentai too. Yeah, she's a pervert. It's really funny, and generally, I mean, who doesn't love gyros? Come on, she's like a super sexy gyro. It's like, oh, come on, I'm gonna show you boyfriend. Oh yeah, come on. She's really awesome. I don't want to spoil it, but this is like one of my favorite mangas actually. It's a really, really good rom-com kind of thing. And obviously, if you like stuff like, for example, Nagatoro or whatever, it's kind of similar. She's kind of like a tease, but not in the same way though. She doesn't tease it, but no, I mean, she's more like a nice tease, right? You know, she's not like, you know, senpai. She's more like senpai. She's more like that. She's more a nice girl, right? But still, definitely kind of, you know, a sexy guy who kind of teasing with the guy, right? Obviously, but much more in a romantic way than you know, Nagatoro. Certainly, but this is probably honestly from the new animes again my most something show to watch, yeah, definitely. Which is like a shonen show, right? Otherwise, the end bender so. And yeah, Vampire dies too easily. Then I watched, of course, next because more. And that video should be out after this thing. It's probably finished already on YouTube. I just haven't done the thumbnail. I haven't added the text or whatever. So yeah, if you want to see my last reaction review of Vampire so easily, it's gonna be up in like 5 minutes after this is over here. So let's see you guys tomorrow with Tact OP Destiny, final episode, right? Waifu Wars. And then I'll see the final on Wednesday of like Nakama and so on. And after that, I'll probably take a Christmas break, right? So if I don't see you guys after this thing, have a good Christmas and yeah, good Christmas. I'll see you guys next week though. I'll take a few days off, right? Christmas Eve, Christmas Day and so on probably. And I'm probably back. Yeah, I'm probably gonna do videos until Thursday, maybe Wednesday, and then I'm probably back like next Thursday or Wednesday, something. Depends, right? It's all, you know how it is. Depends on like family stays and so on. So yeah, otherwise happy Christmas, guys. But I'm probably back doing live streams of videos or whatever, probably next Wednesday or Tuesday or whatever. Depends a little bit. I know my aunt was like, your cousin wanna visit you. I was like, oh, okay, fine. So one next Monday, yeah. So I was like, yeah, okay, there's one day there at least. I was like, fine, I can stay over. And so on, right? You know what that is. So, but maybe they stay longer, right? So that's what I mean. Like I said earlier again there, but Jujutsu Kaisen, I know they should do. I think about it. They do release a lot of movies during Christmas, but I had never have time. I feel to go to the theater during Christmas. I feel they have the least amount of time right during Christmas Day and Eve and so on. It's like always fully booked, like 23rd, 24th, 25th. Yeah, I feel those days are like super booked in my life at least. I never have any time during those days. I would never have time to go to theaters during like a Christmas Eve. It would be impossible. But anyways, see you guys and have a great day and otherwise happy